Mini Metro Tokyo. This is the video game Mini Metro. And I've only played Tokyo once. It was in one of my uh, it was in my review of the video game, and unfortunately I wasn't paying attention, so I ended up losing the game pretty early on. But this time I'm not going to do so. I do like to play the game a little bit fast, which means that there is more risk that you're going to make a mistake. However, I don't like to spend too much time. I've got so many things in my very busy life. So I'm going to pause the game over here. I'm going to move one of the trains to here, go back to the fast forward. I usually have the mouse over the pause button so I can be ready to pause at any time. Over here we've got circle going to circle, then triangle. That's not a good design. So I'm going to change it and go circle to triangle and then circle. I do have another line, the pink line, or fuchsia. It's probably going to run on the inside along the water because that tends to be the busiest line. Definitely want to choose the carriage instead of the locomotive. And I want to attach it to the high-speed train. I'm going to do the fuchsia line, or lavender. Maybe it's lavender. I'm going to do that line pretty soon. But I want to make sure that I've got sufficient trains. And obviously there's only 2 stations to run it on right now. So it's really not going to matter. Because there's a lot of water, it means that there's a good chance you're going to need a lot of tunnels. So don't be surprised on the Tokyo map on Mini Metro if you run out of tunnels. I wish the game went along a little bit faster. So you're going to want to know, how do you make the map? And I know it's going to sound strange, but one of my best games, I drew the map going around the outside of the map. It sounds weird, but it worked. I mean, like a big circle going around the map ended up being the best map because the outer circles don't get as many passengers. For now, I'll connect it to here. Not that it matters. Doesn't matter because, you know, it's circle to triangle. And you got a circle over here. It's not going to matter so much. So the lavender line is going to run along the river. I expect it to be very busy, but only a small number of locomotives are going to need to run on it. It's possible I might move the high-speed trains to the path that goes along the water. So obviously this is a star, and the star is very unique. I'm going to link it like this right now. And maybe just put it across to here just for the hell of it, and I'll put the other train over here. Yeah, see, I don't have another tunnel, so I'm going to have to remove this one and extend this one out. You want to put the carriage on the fast train. So the lavender line doesn't follow my rule, but for now I'm going to keep it that way. So now you're going to ask, well, isn't it better to connect this going across? Sometimes you have to make a sacrifice, and that's one of the sacrifices I'm going to make. Not a lot of traffic goes to the star, so I'm not going to worry about it. So because the high-speed train has 4 carriages now, I don't think I need these slower locomotives over here. So I'm going to pull them off. And I'm going to take this one off too. And then I'm going to reorganize this. I'm going to pull this down and put this up because we got a high-speed train running over there. And maybe I'll pull this back too and put this down. My recollection is that the trains do go slower when they go through the tunnels. You can see I put one of the high-speed trains on the blue line. Ideally, you want to have it go more like this. So it goes triangle, circle, triangle, circle. It's going to be more efficient that way. Oh, I picked a line I didn't want a line. Okay, I'm going to have to pause the game. This clearly is going to go to here. This is going to have to do something funny. Okay, so that's what I had to do in order to get that line to work. So it doesn't matter that much because when you have a long stretch, some of the locomotives actually go pretty fast to get to that next station. So you can make a long stretch. This might actually be better to do the lavender line. Okay, I've got an emergency here. I need to get something over there. I'm going to put this right there. And this is the fast one. I'm going to put him right here. And hopefully that'll fix it. Okay, so I screwed up. I missed one over here. We'll try to put this over here. Game over. So I made a little bit of mistake. But I'm going to restart. Put it in fast forward mode. I'm going to do basically the same thing. One thing you're going to notice is that all the triangles will show up in one place. All the circles are going to show up in another place. And then you'll see squares in another place. So there's going to be cases where you got to move people a long distance. Maybe I'll give it a shot with alternating, try to alternate more triangle, circle, triangle, etc. You just fast forward this video to get to something interesting. Oh, I picked a line. Lines are not that useful. This doesn't have a triangle line, so obviously I could extend the line to there. So I'm going to try and do the alternating method, going like this. So now, for example, with this triangle, it's going to be mostly circles. They only got to go one station in either direction. If you have a fast train, then they're going to move a lot of people. And if so, you got a fast train, they're going to move a lot of people, which means that the hubs that they're delivering to are going to become filled. So this one over here, which is the intersection of the turquoise and the red, it's going to get a lot of people in there. I am going to take the lavender and bring it over to the plus. So that means that this square over here is eventually going to become filled with plus signs. My computer just made a popping noise. I hope it's not because it's... Ow, it is very hot. Hold on a second. I think it has something to do with battery. Yeah, my laptop is very old. Carriage and interchange. I'm going to go with interchange because they're very useful. Did it put it there? Or maybe I got to drag it. Okay. The game's going to be running a little bit slower. I had to put it in the low power mode so that it doesn't overheat. Yeah, it is very hot. I'm surprised it didn't shut off. So as I was saying before, you'll notice all the triangles are in the same area of the map. And I think I'm going to try a different design, like a U-shaped design, where it does some of the triangles into the circles and then goes back up into the triangles. Got a locomotive. Definitely go with the carriage. Where's the fast train? I hate how this thing keeps disappearing. Okay, so the last time I played the same situation, the rare items, the star and the plus, were appearing here on this little island. I'm going to build an extension here, which is going to improve the performance a little bit. Got one of the rare ones, the pie in the upper left. You can see that that interchange is becoming pretty busy. The carriage and the interchange, they're both useful. I think I'm going to take my chance with the carriage. You know what? Maybe I should have taken the interchange. I'm going to pause the game, look for the fast trains. Is there only one? I guess there's only one. I'm going to put the carriage on the fast train, and I'm going to remove one of the locomotives and put it over here. Oh, I guess I'm not going to. I have to put it there. I'm going to move this one over to here to help it out. I can make another line, so I'm going to do that. I'm going to go from here to here and then to here, and I will put this train on it. And I'm going to remove this. I'm going to remove the circle here. Maybe it's the wrong decision. Whatever broke on my computer smells like bubblegum. I'm going to send him in again. Put it right there. Put it as close as you can. Oh, he didn't pick up anything. I guess I put him too close. So I'm probably going to put this over here. Definitely put the locomotive on the fast train. There's one right here. Take this off, put it on this line. I hope they remove that message because I want to do something. I wanted to move one of those locomotives and I can't. Okay, that should improve. It would be nice if the blue went into the circle. So I'm going to make some changes. That should be better. Triangle, circle, and then square, circle, triangle. It should make it a lot better. So now here's a situation. I don't have a line to make it to that spot. I have to take this back. Take this off. Correct that. Go to here. And then go across. Looking pretty good. You know, there's a lot of circles in a row. I'm going to extend this to the triangle over here. And maybe even extend it to here. Going to pause the game. Look for one of the fast locomotives. There's one over here, and there's one over here. And I'm going to put this connected to there. Happened. I paused the game. Why did it start playing again? Oh, you know what? Because I put my computer in low power mode, it might have a problem with some of the recording. So I'm going to apologize if the video is choppy or something like that. I'm going to put some water on my computer. That should cool it down. Got too many circles in a row. It's going to be 5 circles in a row here. Definitely going to pause the game. Bring this down. No, not that. So I got a new line, which is a yellow line, but the question is how to run it properly. Take this off. Take that off. And then I'm going to put this to here. So now I don't have the 5 circles in a row anymore. The question is, of course, how to run the line. Connect this one up like that. And then I'm going to add this. And I'm going to hold that other line until I figure out where to put it. Blue doesn't have that many stations. You know what? Okay, so there's a big problem here. Blue has a fast train. He should have more stations. So I'm going to give him more stations. Maybe something like that will help a lot. Definitely want it to do like an X shape. You want to make it so that they kind of cross. I'm going to take this one and put it over here. And I'm just going to make it easy and put this one over here. Okay, so when I talk about doing the X, I mean doing an hourglass shape. And I'm going to see if I can draw one using the yellow line. So it would come like this and then go across to here. And then go over like that. I don't think it can go on to the same station, so I'll cross it over like this. So now I've got a figure 8, and that should give me better transportation, because now when you do a loop, it just goes from one station to the next. But this one has crossover, which obviously means that it can deliver from the top and then pass it over to the lower left or the lower right, as long as you design it properly. It does need a locomotive, of course, so I'm going to put this one on. I have to put this, oh, I can't put it over there, so I'll have to put it over here. And then I'll put the carriage on that, because that's the high speed. Can't add to here. So the red line is pretty long, so I'm going to shorten it. Take this out, take this out, and then take this out. Maybe I could connect this to the island. I don't think it's a good move. I'm going to take this high speed line and put him over here. I'm sorry, the high-speed train. Oh, you better go fast. Thank God, that was so close. Just in case, I'm going to move this to here. It's so difficult to grab these. And move this to here. I don't know if that's going to help. And just in case, I will move this one also. Wonder how that station became so busy. Down here, all these circles, how did they get so busy and I never noticed? I don't see any more locomotives. This one has triangles, so he's going to have space left over when he reaches the triangle here. And I'm going to drop this one here also. He's going into a triangle. He's going to give up a couple triangles. And I'm going to put this one over here. I'm going to put this one over here. He's got plus signs and 2 circles. I'm going to put him over here. He's not going to be able to do much. There's another train right here. And I'm going to put him into here. Hopefully he'll pick something up. And then this train over here, I'm going to drive him into here. So he can go on any line, and I'm considering the yellow line. In terms of the interchange, could put it over here where the triangle is. Obviously, I could put it over there. For some reason, that circle's always busy. I'm going to drop another line on it. And just put another interchange. He's got, it looks like plus signs. It's hard to tell. So I'm going to drop him off over here. So he can drop off the plus signs. And I'm going to take this one. He's got a lot of plus signs over here. I'm going to drop him off right there. This one I'm going to drive into here. Got something else here. He will go... I see squares and triangles. He'll pick up the triangles from there. It looks like he picked up a lot. And then I'm going to take this this train, and I'm going to put it over here. You see that it's getting busy up in the middle. Better not end the game. Ah! So basically, he didn't pick up enough, and the station became overcrowded. And I didn't take it seriously enough. But I am going to look at my score. Hopefully this is a good score. Top 25%, I need to do better. I could easily have beaten that. Okay, that's a little bit of gameplay for the Tokyo map for Mini Metro. You can go to my discussion forum at cheapbooks.cc, go to video games and look at the logic puzzle game for Mini Metro. And don't forget to go to cheapbooks.com to search for books and textbooks. If you have any questions or comments, please post below.